Hey y'all, happy Thursday. So I'm going to pick up where we left off yesterday, and I want to go to 1 John 5:14 and 15. And these are not unfamiliar verses to you. And it says, "And this is the confidence, the assurance, the privilege of boldness which we have in him. We are sure that if we ask anything, make any request according to his will, in agreement with his own plan, he listens to and hears us. And if, since we are positively know that he listens to us in whatever we ask, we also know with settled and absolute knowledge that we have granted us as our present possessions the request made of him." This is the confidence that we have, the privilege of boldness in him, that if we ask anything according to his will, he listens and hears us. And that if he listens and hears us, then we have whatever petition we have made of him. That is the benefit of wearing that breastplate of righteousness. When you know that you are in right standing with the King, then you come confidently and boldly, and you stand in his word, knowing that his word is his will. And if you ask according to his word, you ask according to his will, then he will grant that request. Now, I want us to go to Luke chapter 15, and we are going to read some scripture. We're going to start in verse 11, and this is the prodigal son. And he said, this is a story that Jesus tells. We're in Luke 15, verse 11. And he said, "There was a certain man who had 2 sons, and the younger of them said to his father, 'Father, give me the part of the property that falls to me.' And he divided the estate between them. And not many days after that, the younger son gathered up all that he had and journeyed into a distant country. And there he wasted his fortune in reckless and loose living. When he had spent all that he had, a mighty famine came upon that country, and he began to fall behind and be in want. So he went and forced himself upon one of the citizens of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed the hogs. And he would gladly have fed on and filled his belly with the carob pods, and that is the husk that the swines ate, that the hogs were eating. But they would not satisfy his hunger, and no one would give him anything better. Then when he came to himself, he said, 'How many hired servants of my father have enough food, and even enough food to spare, but I am perishing, dying here of hunger. I will get up and go to my father, and I will say to him, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Just make me like one of your hired servants.' So he got up, he came to his own father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was moved with pity and tenderness for him. And he ran and embraced and kissed him. And the son said to him, 'Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight. I'm no longer worthy to be called your son. I no longer deserve to be recognized as a son of yours.' But the father said to his servant, 'Bring quickly the best robe, the festive robe of honor, and put it on him. And give him a ring for his right hand and sandals for his feet. And bring out that fattened calf and kill it, and let us revel and feast and be happy and make merry, because this my son was dead, and he is alive again. And he was lost, and now he is found.' And they begin to revel and feast and make merry. But the older son was in the field, and as he returned and came near the house, he heard music and dancing. And he said having called one of the servant boys to him, he began to ask what this meant. And he said to him, 'Your brother has come home, and your father has killed the fattened calf, because he has received him back safe and well.' But the older brother was angry with deep-seated wrath, and resolved not to go in. But then his father came out and began to plead with him. But he answered his father, Look, these many years I've served you, and I've never disobeyed your command. Yet you never gave me as much as a little kid, that I might feast and be happy and make merry with my friends. But when this son of yours arrived, who have devoured your estate with immoral women, you have killed for him that fatted calf. And the father said to him, Son, you are always with me, and all that is mine is yours. But it was fitting to make merry, feast and rejoice, for this your brother was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. And tomorrow we're going to dig into this word. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.